Hi, I'm Peter. This is the Peter on Health channel. This video is called Identifying Rampage Killers Using the Enneagram. So, in the last video, I was explaining that in this book, um, there was a passage about the really crazy fives, and this paragraph matches another video I did saying, oh, I think this thing, schizotypal personality disorder, and the paranoid type, right? Suspiciousness of paranoid idea, basically, they're like they're like social anxiety because they're paranoid and they don't feel bad about themselves. They hate those people they're paranoid about and they want to destroy them. That's what the Enneagram book says, and that's what this DSM, like theory says. So they're in agreement, except these people don't talk to each other. These people think this is hand waving, and these people who write these Enneagram books, have negative feelings about them, but they're really talking about the same thing. You just read it and they're like, oh, you're on the same page. And all the thread that I'm bringing up is saying, okay, I'm SSRI stories. When all these rampage killers are on SSRIs, what do SSRIs do? Make them callous and get them out of their apartment and go act on your crazy paranoid ideas. And that's been happening since 1987. So the trick is, how do we identify these fives? And I said I wrote this book, and I have this little paper that has a summary of the book, and it's really here. So if I say they're fives, we're looking for, if we could do this testing, if this hypothesis is true, we're looking for kids, and we want to find these rampage killers before they act. We're looking for somebody with balanced activity in the the PFC, prefrontal cortex. So they got activity in the left and the right. Like, I'm an optimist. I probably have most of my dominant activity in the left. My wife is a 2. She's a pessimist, mostly dominated by the right. And these fives, though, are balanced. They have balance. They see the upside, they see the downside. And then in terms of the amygdala hypothesis, it'd be the left. And that one goes to conscious fear. They feel uneasy. Oh, it goes to consciousness. Oh, it's those people I'm paranoid about. So how would you do that? Well, there's EEG, that you can put on your head for the PFC, but the amygdala is a little bit inside. There's fMRI, there's PET. There's technologies in the future. There's going to be quick, easy technologies that could be at schools. And I think, as part of science in school, everybody could have their brain, sort of matched. I'd love to do a study to prove this hypothesis. And let's say they do this in schools with all the kids. And they tell the kids, oh, this is just fun science. It's biology. Look, we can see stuff about your brain. But what they're really looking for is, who are the fives? And look, nine personality types, 360 million people. There's like 40 million fives, and there's only like a handful. So what we're looking for is a really crazy five, and the really crazy five is going to have high activity in the amygdala, which is the fear center. They're paranoid, and their amygdala is going off and off and off and off. So you're looking for fives with a really active amygdala, a really active one. And that doesn't mean they're going to be a rampage killer. Well, first of all, they got to be a boy. But you find the boys who are fives with really active left amygdalas, keep an eye on them. Now you're down to, like, within a school, there's going to be like 10 such kids. And then at least who to look for. You start like looking to see if they're, drawing pictures like Cremo did about bloody bodies in the street. So I'm just saying, like, there's a rational way here that you wouldn't have to like investigate everybody, and you could do it like surreptitiously, but like at least hone in on who, the Bobby Cremos of the world should be in that list. All right, so anyway, that's my idea. I know it's wacky, to a lot of you, but it's something I'd like to work on, proving this hypothesis.